So this module is on cerebrovascular accident, also known as CVA, also known as stroke. So CVA affects the client's factors of values, beliefs, and spirituality, body functions, and body structures, which impact daily life, functioning, and independence. And as we can imagine, all areas of occupational performance are impacted by stroke. So specifically, rehabilitation professionals, including us, physical therapists, speech therapists, neuropsychologists, the physician or the physiatrist, which is a rehab doctor, neurologist, case managers, social workers, nurses, nursing aides, the list goes on for those rehabilitation professionals. They promote each client's unique, intrinsic, and adaptive recovery by addressing impairments, activity limitations, restricted social participation, and overall quality of life. So as clinicians, we are looking at working with the client who's had a stroke in a top-down approach. And in one of your other classes, you'll learn more about the top-down approach. But basically, the top-down approach is a much more holistic way of looking at the client. So rather than working on each specific barrier or impairment, we work on the task that addresses all of the impairments and barriers kind of at the same time. So for example, upper body dressing, we are not addressing the components of upper body dressing, which would be using the arms and using the vision and using the sensation. We're not working on each of those areas separately. We're working on all of those areas together with the task of upper body dressing. So it's important for us to start with, I guess maybe even just addressing cognition, because this is a foundational determinant of occupational performance, social participation, and well-being. Because if a client can cognitively engage with the components of the rehabilitative process, then we can more effectively address their recovery and their ultimate independence and success. So for clients who've had a stroke, following a stroke, there is impairment, there can be, so we have to think about the severity of the stroke, where they are in their lifespan, their comorbidities, again, the whole human. It can impact sensory function, visual systems, motor control. It can affect cognition. It can, it's impactful in most areas of functioning. So we have to, identify what areas have been impacted and then identify how those system or sensory impairments are impacting their ability to perform daily activities or occupation. So this is a very complex and, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say advanced skill set, because you certainly as new grads will be working with people who've had stroke, but it does take time and experience to understand prioritizing the needs of the person who's had a stroke, and how to address all of the barriers that have been impacted, all of the impairments from that top-down approach. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.